Pink T to the G, man. Who you think it gonna be? All right, and after the success of the last video with Nick Shirley, I had to come back and do another one because maybe we'll get some more information about this. The title of this video is going to be Inside New York City's Most Dangerous Migrant Hood. Now, before we get in this video, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you're one of my day ones, you already know what to do. Hit that like button and drop a comment below. Now, without wasting any time, let's get into it.
Yo no hice nada.
Why don't we get a bill that can end this? Doesn't matter if they're citizens or not. If they're living in a certain area, the electoral vote goes up, gets more power.
The New York City migrant crisis has only gotten worse, and now dealing with issues of prostitution to open-air markets of used and stolen goods.
What?
New Yorkers are extremely upset, and now the city's offering free flights for migrants to leave the city, and some are even deciding to deport themselves back to their original country. To start this video, we are going to Roosevelt Avenue. It's an avenue that has been taken over by migrants and illegal businesses. Here, you can find anything from women offering themselves for pleasuring services to stolen goods from Home Depot. A lot of things have been set up this avenue that I'm on right now. It's Roosevelt Avenue. It's not where the Roosevelt Hotel is. It's a completely different avenue, a different place here in Queens. And here on Roosevelt Avenue, a lot of people are seeing this prostitution going on. A lot of reports have came.
See, that's crazy. Because we just saw on the previous video where we didn't see any of this on the streets. He just, on Cash Jordan, he was more like, it's happening, things are happening, but he's actually boots to the ground, like, you know what I'm saying, feet on land, like showing you exactly. Did he just show us a prostitute right there?
Queens. And here on Roosevelt Avenue, a lot of people are seeing this prostitution going on. A lot of reports have came from Roosevelt Avenue that migrants and that a lot of other.
You know, that's kind of messed up too. What if she wasn't even a prostitute? That's shade. Does she look like a prostitute? I wouldn't know what prostitutes in New York look like. I know what they look like in Oakland, in California, in San Francisco, the Bay Area, but they don't look like that.
Seeing this prostitution going on. A lot of reports have came from Roosevelt Avenue that migrants and that a lot of other people are stealing stuff from stores and then setting up shops outside of these shops, selling for a lot cheaper prices. For example, a lot of people say you can come here and you can buy stuff from Home Depot for about 25% of the price. And on the street, it was filled with flags from Ecuador to stores from Guatemala and Venezuela and Colombia. And it didn't take long before we found the vendors that were reselling the goods from other stores, or it looked like secondhand clothing. Everyone has put out their own basically garage sales here out on the street right here. And they're selling literally anything from shoes to cable wires and remote.
The only reason I'm like kind of bugging out about this is because if you've been to San Francisco, California, this looks like Mission Street and 16th or 24th, like the whole thing. So I'm trying to figure out, I mean, I know this crisis is hitting every major city. So I guess San Francisco is a major city. So I guess we're going through the same things as well.
And one of the street vendors was nice enough to talk to me. And so how long have you been selling here on the street?
Como aproximadamente un año tengo.
And does the city let you guys sell here?
No. Nosotros vendemos así de ambulante por oportunidad.
And what kind of things are you guys selling here?
Vendemos ropa usada.
And what happens when the police come?
Recogemos y nos vamos.
And what percentage of people here on the street do you believe are migrants that came here in the last 3 to 4 years?
Uy, todos los que están aquí. Yo creo que yo soy casi de los únicos que tengo documentos aquí. Que yo tengo 30 años en Estados Unidos.
Oh, wow.
Pero yo creo que ahora mismo aquí todos los que están aquí, lo único que tiene documentos soy yo. Todos son inmigrantes casi.
Diría que 95% de la gente que anda en esta calle son inmigrantes ilegales.
Correcto, sí. Correcto.
So all this stuff you guys are selling, is it used or is it stolen, or how are you guys getting all this?
No, nosotros vendemos puras cosas usadas, cosas que nos regalan.
She said, we only sell stuff that people give us. Sometimes people leave stuff outside and we grab it. Cap.
Que a veces conseguimos porque hay casas que los dejan afuera y así, pero esto no es robado, esto es todo lo que conseguimos o muchas personas nos regalan.
La gente que trabajan adentro, que son los dueños de este negocio, ¿ellos se enojan con ustedes vendiendo aquí o todo está bien?
Sí, en realidad a ellos les molesta porque ellos dicen que las personas que venden aquí sacan las cosas de las tiendas para venderlas afuera y que de cierta forma le estamos perjudicando, pero como pueden ver, ustedes que están aquí, aquí no hay nada de tienda, todo es usado, todo lo que está aquí, ropa usada, juguetes usados, todo es usado.
Okay, ¿tienen permiso para estar aquí en la calle aquí?
No tenemos permiso porque nosotros hemos ido y hemos asistido a reuniones, pero nos dicen que ya los permisos no los están dando, que hay mucho exceso de ambulantes y que ya los permisos por ahora no los están dando.
Okay.
Y para sobrevivir, pues nos toca trabajar así, vender así. Sabemos que estamos contra la ley, eso lo sabemos muy bien porque estamos en Estados Unidos, que estamos haciendo mal, pero es una manera de sobrevivir porque en realidad sin permiso de trabajo nadie tampoco quiere dar trabajo, entonces es una forma de trabajar.
How has the street changed in the past 3 to 5 years?
Oh, I could see now there is a lot of people who have like a lot of things to sell, but I don't think it's convenient for us.
3 years ago, was this happening? Were there people here selling in the streets?
Honestly, no.
Do you think it's because all these migrants have came here and they're not getting work permits?
Yeah, I think so.
And what percentage of these people that are selling and the people here on the street would you say that are migrants that have entered in the country in the past 3 to 5 years?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out who she is. Is she like the mayor of like her little section? Because dude back there, like her security or some shit. I don't know what's going on. Who she is?
Absolutely right. I think that is happening right now because those people who just entered, they are selling those kind of stuff.
Illegal street vendors is only one of the major issues on this avenue. The major issue is the business of selling or lending out your body for some cash.
I've seen teenage boys go up to the prostitutes.
Men are led downstairs to a brothel on a regular basis.
This is turning into a red light district in Bangkok.
We are seeing more Latina women doing prostitution. I think those women have no other options.
Some are Venezuelan, Colombian, and they are having their own massage parlors alongside with the Asians.
And outside one of the local markets inside the avenue, I found some ladies trying to get some business. If you guys look to my right, there's some women of the night that are trying to get some money.
Women of the night.
So keep walking.
In the daytime.
Here in the dodgy streets of New York City. And as I turn the corner, there's another group of ladies. However, this group of ladies were not very happy. And as I turn the corner, there's another group of ladies. However, this group of ladies were not very happy with me and they came and chased me down. Yo estoy haciendo un vlog. Yo soy. Yo no hice nada. Ready to walk by, trying to show you guys who's talking.
About to get pressed.
And they came after me. I think one of the guys that's pimping them out saw that I was filming. They came over and they tried to get me to delete the video. Here on the street of Roosevelt, it's a little bit crazy. It's a madhouse here. And the video only gets crazier from here. I get into a heated debate between two New Yorkers and I find this migrant who is deporting herself back to Ecuador. Because of the influx of migrants inside the city, New York City is now offering free flights to all migrants in hopes of them leaving to lessen the stress on the city's resources. Just read this sign outside of one of New York City's main shelters. It says, "Did you know we can book you a travel ticket anywhere outside New York City? No need to wait in line. Just tell the front door staff you'd like to get a travel." In models of transport, they can get you a bus, train, flight, or car service. And all you need to say is that you're a migrant trying to get out of New York City because they're trying to get all the migrants out of New York City because they've let in over almost 200,000 migrants. And now they're running out of resources and they are literally trying to ship out migrants of New York City across America. And this is printed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different languages. I wanted to see what would happen if I went to the front doors and tried to get a plane ticket myself. How do I get a travel ticket?
Travel ticket?
Yeah, I was just reading the sign. I get a free travel ticket.
Only for migrants.
Only for migrants?
Unless you're a migrant. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not not one, but you're a migrant.
So I can walk in there if I wanted to?
Migrants.
Only migrants can walk in. Can I enter?
You have ID?
No, I'm a migrant.
Yeah, I got
You say you have ID? No, I'm a migrant.
Not that kind of ID, like this kind of ID. You have ID? This.
And all the migrants had wristbands or some other form of ID were able to get in. And one of the main security guards came down and he shut the door and told the employee that was talking to me he couldn't talk to me anymore. Ahora mismo se va a entrar para conseguir un nuevo boleto. ¿Y a dónde quiere ir?
Voy para acá, para este.
Va por Pennsylvania.
Sí.
Pennsylvania.
A chambear para allá.
Okay, entonces le van a comprar un boleto para ir a Pennsylvania.
Obvio, claro.
And you as a New Yorker, what do you think about what's going on here in New York City with all the migrants?
Well, I think it's hard for everyone right now. And whatever been happening right now, we're not ready for it. But if I can help somebody, I will.
You see a lot of discrimination happening between the migrants and like the New Yorkers here.
In New York, you will see everything. You know, it's something you have to adapt yourself to be New York.
Yeah.
You're going to see everything. I don't know this guy. This guy, I just show him love. You know what I'm saying? I just bring him here. And now he's in his own. So I hope everything get better. You know, New York is tough, but we have a good heart too. So
hundreds of migrants from African countries are rallying down at City Hall.
Recently, a large group of African migrants protested outside the City Hall building, complaining about their quality of life and the long wait times to receive work permits. I met with one of those migrants to see what was actually happening with his life. How long have you been here inside the United States for?
Well, since 25 October 2023.
And since that time, have you been able to get a job here inside New York City?
No, I don't have job yet.
And when do you think you'll be able to get a job?
Well, I think when I have my social security and my working permit.
Okay, and when will you get your social security?
Well, I don't know yet because I just deposit my asylum, then said we can wait for 150 days or 180 days. So I'm waiting.
Sorry, I'm gonna just do the math real quick on that. 6 months? What the fuck?
I'm abiding by the rules and the regulation of the country. So I'm waiting for my working permit. I think that's why they allow me to work so I can find a job.
And on the other side of the shelter, there's a homeless man who was frustrated after being kicked out of the shelter for not being a migrant. What's this bus here for right now?
They're gonna take them to a hotel, and me, American citizen, born and raised here, Avenue D, I'm going to Battery Park to sleep on the bench.
So do you think what's going on is right?
You know what, man? Let me say this is. Oh,
no, you can swear. You can swear.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This. We need the orange man back in office, Trump.
Why do you need Trump?
Because I need that man, the orange dude, to close the border. And you know, Democrats are full of shit. I was a Democrat, but I'm starting to realize Democrats give welfare, food stamps. You know, the legals coming in now. You know what Democrats are doing with them? Just for votes. That's what Democrats do.
You know, it's crazy. I was hearing something about this, but I didn't know if there was any proof or not. Let me know in the comments if that's what this whole migrant thing was about, shifting the power structure with the votes.
They're going to legalize them quick, citizen.
Or why do you think they're letting so many people come into America right now through the border?
Absolutely, I can tell you that, and I wrote it in my book. He doesn't care about 100,000 Americans dying from fentanyl. He wants to vote because it doesn't matter if they're citizens or not. If they're living in a certain area, the electoral vote goes up, gets more power. So the Democrats want to control America. They want to control the vote. They don't even want us to vote for Trump. That's why they're trying to block us right now and throw Trump in prison.
If you were Donald Trump, would you have slept with Stormy Daniels as well?
Hey, he's not supposed to go to prison because they had an affair. Is anybody supposed to go to prison because they cheated on their wife? No.
I mean, if you ask the wife.
Of course not. He has a high sex drive. Biden doesn't have sex. Biden can't even ride a bike.
So now here in New York City, they're sending off the migrants to other states. And why are they doing that?
Well, not that they send them here to other states, but also be like, you know, the system can only help but so much. New York has a budget. It can only provide for, you know, but so many people. Them extra ones, what do? Hey, well, you know what? You know, some humanitarian aid, man. You guys understand that, you know, you guys have maybe some housing, you know, maybe some even shelters, or you got space where you can provide housing for them. So we're gonna send some over there.
A lot of people say, well, New York City is a sanctuary city. It's their responsibility to house all these people. And now they're just moving the problem to other states.
Well, it's not that, because it's being overwhelmed. Anything in excess is harmful. And obviously too many people, you know, but there's only so much money. Obviously, what do you do?
Man, I don't know. Is it me or is Nick Shirley talking to all the drunk people? Because let's be real. The homeless dude telling you that he's a fucking Republican now, like, is wild. This dude right here ain't said nothing that actually ascertains what the problem is or any way to fix it. So I don't know.
Many people, you know, but there's only so much money. Obviously, what do you do with them extra ones? Well, you can let them sit around and what, sleep in on park benches. We can let them do that, but are we really helping them? So why not send them somewhere? Ain't nothing wrong with sending them somewhere else that has less or has the space that can, you know, that can take them in. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
What happens when it's a Republican state and they say, well, we're anti-illegal immigrants, but then they're shipping off the illegal immigrants to these Republican states?
So what they're saying is that, listen, we're racist, and we're gonna stay racist. Instead of saying, well, you know what, they come from South America, you know, we can help them. But then again, if you say, hey, listen, we're gonna help you, but you got to go somewhere else maybe after you get up on your feet. We give you put some money together, maybe, you know, get you a ticket, you know, go.
I'm sorry, this fool is 100% delusional. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me on this. This fool sounds like he's wearing a Puerto Rico Boricua shirt. So isn't Puerto Rico part of America, or is it Dominican Republic? I think it's DR. Let me know. I don't know.
Maybe back to New York or maybe somewhere else. You know what I mean? And do that, and take them in, even if it was a limited amount of time, and then shoot them on. But don't just plain and simple. Oh, don't send them here. What you're doing is you're defending your racism. You don't want them. They're immigrants from South America, and like Trump said, they're from Congo. They're from they're from Muslim countries. They're poisoning the blood.
You know what's crazy? I always notice how when somebody wants to prove their point about politics or the politician, they always try to just use the one most far outlandish thing they might have said like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and they just run with that and use it as a banner. Like, this is why I don't really talk about politics on this channel, because it doesn't make sense, man.
And so we don't want them here. And really, Republicans too. They're showing you that they are racist, and they're going to defend their racism, and they don't want the immigrants in there, But take them in for a certain amount of time, and then get rid of them. At least help us out in that sense. But no, they don't.
Why don't they just close the border?
Because the Republicans didn't want to.
Couldn't Joe Biden have just came up with an executive order and shut down the whole entire border?
Why executive order? Why is it that why don't we get a bill that can end this? Because executive order can then Trump gets in there, and he can that executive order can be gone. He can get rid of that, and why not a bill? Let's a bill that'll solve this thing forever. Let's get a bill that'll solve this thing forever, once and for all.
And sir, do you think Biden should have done an executive order to close down the border?
He can do it, but the thing is that he owned even his underwear to China and other people. George Soros, and the problem is, as he said, they can sign a fact, executive order, shut down. What was the premises that they have? They want that only 5,000 and shut up that day. Okay, if you try to make the ad, the Zoom, 5,000 per day, it's gonna be a huge hunk, a million of people cross the border just in 1 year. So what about that they shut down the border, put, a big wall, whatever it is, and avoid that. And those countries where they came from try to send soldiers to try to fix the government. So they don't have any excuse to come here. Because as Trump said before, if your country where you're coming from doesn't have a lot of corruption and crimes, you will not be here.
I went to another.
That was bars. I didn't even think about that. That's true. I never even thought about that. If your country didn't have crimes, you wouldn't be coming over here. Let's fix this shit. I feel it.
Popular shelter inside the city, and I found a migrant sitting on the ground, stranded with papers in her hands. We're outside the Row Hotel right now. These people just gave me their papers because they don't know what's going on. It's a guide for resources, and this lady is from Ecuador, and she's trying to leave because she cannot get work here. ¿Por qué viniste aquí a los Estados?
Por ver una vida mejor, le digo, por trabajar. Yo quise trabajar porque en Ecuador no tengo nada. O sea, yo quise ver, como vi en el TikTok, que salía tantas cosas que hay hasta para lavar baños, así. Pero...
Damn, that's crazy. She was happy to come to this country to find a job to clean a bathroom. That's crazy.
Aquí no hay nada, no hay nada. Estoy 4 meses, busco y busco y busco. Me puse a vender mejor caramelitos, chicles, eso estoy vendiendo yo. Entonces ya no aguanto más, mejor ya me voy a mi país.
Entonces, ¿su vida era peor aquí en Nueva York que era ahí en Ecuador?
Sí, yo pensaba que era un poquito más bueno, ¿no? Porque aquí los arriendos también son carísimos. Entonces, para mí solita, que estoy yo sola, no me quieren ni dar ni chesters, nada. Entonces, miles de veces me voy a mi Ecuador.
¿Cómo llegaste aquí a los Estados Unidos?
Por la selva, caminando, viniendo por la frontera, por la Candil, así.
¿Y cuánto tenía que pagar los carteles y para todo para que podría llegar aquí?
Yo gasté total 400, ¿cómo es 400? 400,000, solita yo, para pagar coyotero, todo eso.
Ahora,
how the hell does she get $23,000? If you got $23,000, you're doing all right in Ecuador.
¿Vas a regresar a Ecuador con más dinero que tenía o menos ahora?
Menos, me voy con 1,000. Wow. Por eso estoy pidiendo ayudas que me regalen el vuelo.
¿Piensa que hay más migrantes como usted que han llegado aquí y han tomado la decisión de volver a su país porque está peor aquí?
Sí. Bastantes compañeros míos están ya regresando a Ecuador.
¿Podría compartir un mensaje con todos los migrantes y los migrantes que están viniendo aquí a los Estados Unidos, especialmente a Nueva York? ¿Qué sería su mensaje?
Que no se vengan porque todo parece que es bonito, pero es mentira.
Facts.
¿Usted hizo eso a cruzar ilegalmente? ¿Pensaba que iba a recibir beneficios por hacer algo como un delito?
Claro, yo pensé que todo lo que yo vi así por TikTok era verdad.
Do you guys remember that that one migrant dude who was like telling everybody how to like scam like America and how to like squat in houses and live here in America? The TikToker, I saw a lot of his videos and he had America hot. They just recently arrested him too. Let me know if you want me to do a reaction about that guy as well, because he's actually teaching migrants how to like subvert the system and come over here and pretty much have their way.
¿Verdad? Pero ha sido mentira, porque yo te vine por trabajar, a mí me gusta trabajar de todo, pero no encuentro ninguna manera, por eso, disculpe, aquí se ha hecho esto que roban mucho, aquí roban.
¿Quién roba?
Los que no tienen así para las comidas, para poderse vestir, entonces, por eso.
Okay, does he have another one that says finding secret migrant shelters in New York City? Secret migrant shelters. Now, if you guys want me to do a reaction on that one, let me know in the comments. All right, man. Now, this whole migrant crisis is not just happening in New York City. It's happening in New York, Detroit, Chicago, and California. Even one of the cities that I live in, San Francisco. It pretty much looks exactly like that. The crime is the same. Prostitution is the same. I don't know what's going on across the country right now, but I think we need some answers. And on this channel, we're going to go try to find them. So if you made it this far right now, that means you put some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in that algorithm because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there that do it like me, but...
Fuck that little 10. I'm maxed out.